man's dead.
It crossed our minds, yes.
You don't expect to hear somebody say call 911 on an airplane.
Nurse Sue Nihas was sitting just a couple rows away. So was Katie Yombik, who just happens to be a cardiac care nurse.
This guy was on his way out, you can tell. He got the oxygen on him. I think Katie started the CPR, and it was a little exciting, so I started singing Staying Alive, because they tell you when you do CPR, you sing Staying Alive. Staying alive, staying alive.
Still not responsive, and with paramedics en route, they called for the plane's defibrillator.
He didn't really wake up, but he had a pulse.
Medics raced Jerry to the hospital for a quintuple bypass. He says he doesn't remember what happened on the plane.
This was a real miracle that the people were there, everything fell into place, and I am so happy. Glory to God for this. Here I am.
Here, with the heroes he's only just met, but who sure seem like family now. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Detroit.
It's so great. That is the CBS Evening News. I'm Jeff Glor. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
On the scene, on the story. News on 6 starts now.
First on 6 tonight, a man breaks into a home and a couple is there right in the next room.
They watched the burglars' every move on surveillance footage on their cell phone while calling 911.
News on 6 crime reporter Lori Fulbright is on the story, new at 6.
It was around 3:30 in the morning when the man and his girlfriend heard a noise in their apartment. So he immediately pulled up the surveillance video on his cell phone and was shocked to see a total stranger rummaging around through his belongings.
You can see from the footage the man doesn't seem to be particularly nervous or even in a rush as he looked for things to steal. He loads some small electronics into a pillowcase, then wraps a blanket around 2 guitars and an amplifier that he takes. The couple called 911, who advised that they lock themselves in the bedroom and wait for officers.
He did the right thing, make yourself safe and call the police. You are allowed to protect yourself in your own home, however.
The burglar took off before those officers got there, but at least the couple wasn't hurt. Police say it's pretty rare for burglars to break in during a time of day when someone is likely to be home, which is why most break-ins happen during weekdays and work hours.
Most burglars that I know of try to avoid conflicts, try to stay out of homes where people are present, so that is unusual.
Now police hope someone will recognize who this is so he can be stopped before the next time when the homeowners might not be so lucky. Detectives hope the tattoo on the man's left shoulder may help.
A circular pattern, I don't know what it is, but it could be distinctive, somebody that knows him.
If you do recognize the suspect, you can call Crime Stoppers at 918-596-COPS, or you can email the detectives at tpdburglary@cityoftulsa.org. Lori Fulbright, News on 6.
We're flying over the scene of breaking news right now. Emergency crews are working a plane crash. It happened west of Oklahoma City near the town of Okarche. This is a live look. It appears as though the plane may have hit some kind of tower. Stay with News on 6 and our News on 6 app, and we'll provide updates for you. The U.S. Attorney's Office is now looking into a Delta Airlines flight from Portland to Atlanta that diverted to Tulsa today. Tulsa International Airport says a passenger became unruly, prompting the flight carrying 178 people to land in Tulsa. A viewer sent us this video of a man in handcuffs being escorted off the plane. Delta released a statement saying the flight landed without incident in Tulsa and the customer was met by law enforcement. Delta is working to prepare the aircraft to continue on to Atlanta. Delta apologizes to our customers delayed by the diversion.
We have an update to breaking news. A water main break near 11th and Garnett could take a while to fix. Emergency crews on scene tell us it's a 12-inch line. They aren't sure how long it might take to repair. We do have a crew on the scene, and we'll have the latest for you on our News on 6 app and tonight on the news at 9 and 10. A Tulsa man is now facing 18 charges related to child pornography. Tulsa detectives say Jerry Berry took images of children off social media and then edited those photos to show the children doing inappropriate things with him. Police say Berry was also sharing the child pornography online.
You might have had an early morning alarm clock last night or early this morning, but we're going to try and do that again. Why? Well, storms are forming in about the same place out in western portions of the area. You have eastern Colorado and also in eastern New Mexico now getting ready to cross into the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. Long way to go 373 miles, but we do have a severe thunderstorm watch out to the west. That will be expanded to the east with time as that continues to grow. Right now, we're just looking for an air conditioner. Heat index value is 102 to 104. If you're in Broken Arrow, oh my goodness, as well as Sapulpa, it doesn't really matter. It's just stuffy right at this time. Actual temperatures hanging near 90 degrees. Some of the hotter spots, 94. That's at the airport at Sand Springs, 92 in Sapulpa. So tonight, our problems continue to be overnight storms, and we'll give you the timeline. And it's a problem only we need the rain, so that's not the problem. But the wind potential and damage potential, we'll talk about the severe weather threats coming up. That is the problem. And then also major heat ahead. Can't believe it, but it's going to look like July. Details coming up.
Well, Green Country Church says it just cannot catch a break.
For the second time in just a few weeks, the church is cleaning up from some serious damage.
News on 6's Amy Slanchik is on the story. Amy?
Craig and Terry, right now we're inside the sanctuary at the Calvary Baptist Church in Sapulpa, where you can see the roof completely collapsed into the sanctuary here, crushing the pews and really making this just not a safe place to be. Pastor Scott Gordon says work to repair the building has been in limbo as the church waited for its insurance claim to be processed. This happened back on May 7th, and he says the insurance company told him to wait to make repairs. Well, then last night's heavy rains came through and poured into the holes in the church, further damaging the floors, pews, and other furniture. But despite the destruction and the questions about the church's future, Gordon says he and the church are in good spirits.
We still got good joy, got good spirit, going to keep worshiping God, just kind of see where we're at and see where we're going to go from here.
And here in about an hour at 7 o'clock here at the church, the congregation will be having a meeting to discuss the future. I'm told by the pastor that they have decided to go ahead and tear it down and rebuild. That rebuilding process will cost about $800,000, so they'll be discussing that. They do, though, have some good news from the Oklahoma Baptist Disaster Relief. They've offered to go ahead and help them tear this down. Reporting live on the scene on the story in Sapulpa, Amy Slanchik, News on 6.
Tulsa police are still looking for the people who shot a man while he was sitting on his porch late last night. Officers say 3 men in a dark-colored SUV opened fire on the victim near 56th Street North in Peoria. Police have not released any information on his condition. If you know anything about the shooting, call police.
Someone is picking up campaign signs in Tulsa, and the candidates can't do anything about it. News on 6's Emery Bryan is live on that story. Emery?
Well, Craig, this close to an election, all of Tulsa's intersections are usually filled with campaign signs like this one near Gilcrease and Edison, but this is a rare exception. Very few campaign signs out now on the right-of-way, and there's a reason. Tulsa's street corners and roadsides are almost clear of campaign signs, and it's because of a change that encourages people to pick up signs they find in the right-of-way.
There's no candidate that can put signs in the right-of-way and have them up more than a day. So we're having to find other ways to do it.
Candidate Dan Hicks is a veteran of campaigns when signs could go just about anywhere.
And so it's a different rule, different set of rules, but we are following the rules and we're getting our name out.
Candidates can put signs up in yards or on fences with permission, and it's forcing more door-to-door contact with voters.
No, I can't remember that we ever let anyone put a sign up here.
But once someone asked, Peggy Rocket agreed.
There's been some comments. People stop and ask if I wanted somebody to know who I was voting for, and I said, you bet.
The change came out of City Councilor Phil Lakin's personal gripe about so many signs of all kinds along Tulsa streets.
I see many signs during the day. I go back to try to pick them up at night, and they're already gone.
He's one of 64 volunteers trained by the city who have picked up an estimated 3,000 signs since April 1st.
So I'm really grateful to have other people out there who are either certified by the city to remove the signs or just following the law, which allows them to remove the signs if they're within about 12 feet of the roadway.
And that is roughly the guideline in most situations, about 12 feet from the roadway. These signs back here, clearly in the right-of-way, not supposed to be there. City currently has a waiting list of volunteers who want this training. They're going to open up another training class sometime in the fall. Reporting live on the scene on the story near Gilcrease and Edison, Emery Bryan, News on 6.
The site where 5 members of a Broken Arrow family were brutally murdered is becoming a place for healing.
A park is open where the Bever family home once stood. You can find the full story on our News on 6 app.
Also online, one of Oklahoma's senators says the president isn't a good role model.
And still to come here at 6, why an airline is turning to a Tulsa school in search of tomorrow's pilots. Route 66, the Mother Road.
It's the most famous highway in the world.
It continues to bring tourists and money to Oklahoma.
Since I was a little kid, I wanted to do the 66 road.
I'm Craig Day. See how this humble highway changed everything.
It mobilized America.
And who it attracts today.
This is the real America. This is America before we became generic.
Thursday night at 10 on News on 6. News on 6 is brought to you by Contour from Cox. Get right to the good stuff.
Jim Glover Chevrolet on the River's annual Memorial Day Markdown Sales event is going on right now. We have over 50 mid-size SUVs to choose from, starting at $13,988 or $169 a month. Like this GMC Terrain or Nissan Rogue, you pick just $13,988 or $169 a month. Our Jim Glover certified vehicles come with our 72-hour exchange and engines for life guarantee. We also have a massive selection of fuel-efficient pre-owned cars, like this Chevy Cruze or Nissan Sentra, your choice, priced at $13,988 or $169 a month, or drive away in this Toyota Corolla for only $179 a month. Plus, we have over 25 vehicles priced under $10,000, like this Mazda 5 or Chevy Captiva for only $99.88. During the month of May, a portion of every vehicle purchase will be donated to Folds of Honor and their mission. Excellent customer service and the best prices in Oklahoma are what make us the #1 Chevy dealer in Oklahoma for 10 years and counting. Jim Glover Chevrolet on the River, I-44 in the Arkansas River, or jimglover.com.
I'm Mick Cornett. It's time to stop the talking and start solving our state's problems. It's time to fix the mess of our state government. Conservative leadership works. As a mayor, we diversified our economy, creating nearly 100,000 new jobs and nearly 10,000 new businesses. To solve our budget crisis, we need a growing economy. Tired of more talk and more taxes? Conservative leadership. That's what Oklahoma needs now.
Put Oklahoma first. Mick Cornett for governor.
Bring your passion. Bring your eagerness. Your initiative. Your drive. Big plans. Clever thinking. Hard work. Curiosity. And dreams. Most of all, bring your ambition. Because whether you're on your way to a 4-year university or a new career, TCC is the smart way to invest more in you.
Behold, a flock of King's Hawaiian French toast, made with King's Hawaiian sweet rolls, so decadent as they bask in powdered sugar. But alas, predators lurk. New King's Hawaiian French toast combos now in season at IHOP.
A new partnership between a Tulsa college and an Arizona airline is helping students get jobs out of college.
Spartan College of Aeronautics and Mesa Airlines announced a new program for students today. The program will not only help Mesa Airlines get qualified pilots and technicians, but will also help Spartan College graduates get jobs.
So this is really an opportunity for aspiring pilots. It's really about getting them into the industry and the transition from their education to building all of those flight hours.
Organizers say they chose Tulsa's Spartan College because they're guaranteed technically trained pilots.